Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before standing the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video like up. Colin Atkinson, played by Tristan Rogers, was one of those unforgettable characters on The Young and the Restless who always kept viewers on edge. He first came onto the scene in 2010, introduced as Kane Ashby's father, and from the very beginning, he carried an air of danger and unpredictability. Colin wasn't just an ordinary parent reconnecting with his child. He was tied to the criminal underworld, mob dealings, and a lifetime of scheming. His presence created turmoil for Kane, as well as for Jill Abbott, the woman who fell into a complicated and chaotic romance with him. Colin's personality made him a perfect soap opera villain. He was clever, manipulative, and charming enough to convince people to give him chance after chance, even when they knew he couldn't be trusted. His relationship with Jill was a roller coaster. One moment filled with passion and charm, the next torn apart by betrayal, lies, and theft. Despite everything he put her through, Jill kept being drawn back to him, which made their storyline one of those frustratingly addictive soap romances that fans couldn't stop watching. His time in Genoa City was marked by a constant cycle of scams, disappearances, and shocking returns. Colin was the kind of man who could stir up trouble with a smile, and no one was ever sure if he was working an angle or telling the truth. Over the years, he inserted himself into some of the show's biggest scandals, including blackmail plots, financial cons, and elaborate schemes to manipulate Kane's life. For Colin, no plan was too big or too risky, and he often left chaos in his wake. His last major storyline came in 2019, when he was revealed to be behind the forged will that turned Katherine Chancellor's fortune upside down. The scheme led Devon Hamilton to believe that Kane was the rightful heir, creating enormous conflict within the Chancellor legacy. But when the truth surfaced, Colin was exposed as the mastermind. It was one of his most audacious cons, but also the one that finally brought him down. After the scam unraveled, Colin ran for cover, doing what he always did best, slipping away when things got too hot. But his luck ran out, and he was eventually tracked down and arrested. This marked the last viewers saw of him on the show. Unlike some characters who receive dramatic deaths or emotional exits, Colin's departure was more open-ended. He was taken away to face justice, and that was the end of his presence in Genoa City. The show never officially closed the book on Colin. He wasn't killed off, and no permanent fate was written, which means the door remains cracked open for his return, if the writers ever want to bring him back. Given that he is a con artist and a man who has escaped prison before, it wouldn't be surprising if one day he appeared again, smiling as if nothing had happened. For now, Colin's legacy is that of a charming rogue whose schemes always seemed larger than life. Tristan Rogers gave the role a unique energy, balancing menace with humor and turning Colin into more than just a standard villain. Fans loved to hate him, and Jill's storyline with him is still remembered as one of her wildest chapters. Even though he hasn't been part of the show since 2019, Colin Atkinson's name continues to linger in the background of The Young and the Restless. In soaps, characters like him rarely disappear forever. He may be behind bars, but with a man like Colin, you can never truly count him out.